Welcome to our virtual Tech to Go program. My name is Jen, a programming librarian at the Cedar Rapids Public Library. I want to give you a quick tutorial in using Google Sheets to create a basic monthly budget. Google Sheets is a free program that functions very similarly to Microsoft Excel. This free tool can be used on a computer or a smartphone. This video will show you how to access Google Sheets on a computer because the website version is a bit more robust than the app version. If you plan on creating a budget on your smartphone or tablet, much of what is covered is the same. You will, however, need to download both Google Sheets and Google Drive to your device. You will also need a Gmail account to be able to use either of these apps. So let's get started. It would be helpful for you to have last month's bank statement or receipts for your expenses. Most banks allow you to download your statements online if you don't get a paper copy. If you download your bank statements, make sure you select the CSV file type, as this is the most compatible file type to use with Google Sheets. Save the downloaded file on your computer in a place you'll be able to find it easily. Next, you will need to log into your Gmail account. You can get to Google Sheets by clicking on the 9-dot icon or Tools icon next to the Settings icon on the top right-hand side of your screen. When you click on the Tools menu, scroll to find Google Sheets. We are going to start off by using Google's budget template. To open a template, you can click on the monthly budget icon if it appears in the Start a New Spreadsheet ribbon. Otherwise, click on Template Gallery on the right-hand side of the screen and click on Monthly Budget. The monthly budget sheets contain a nice graph to easily see your expenses, savings, and your balance. Scroll down to the section listing Expenses and Income. You'll notice that the template has some data entered into it already. The template also includes some very helpful formulas you don't want to erase. We are first going to erase all the data that we can, which is in the highlighted sections. Look at the various categories that Google has supplied in the template. Are these categories ones you particularly want to watch out for? To edit the categories, double-click on the cell you want to edit and hit the backspace button on your keyboard. Type in a new category you wish to track. To delete a category or any categories you don't need, click with your mouse and highlight the category name and the 3 cells to the right of it. Once highlighted, right-click and select Delete Cells and select Shift Up from the menu. Google will warn you that you are deleting a formula, but that is okay in this instance. Next, under the Planned column in the Expenses section, enter in the amounts you think you will spend on each category. For the time being, we are going to ignore the pre-filled information to the right of the editable cells. Once you've finished entering your estimates of what your expenses will be, you'll apply these steps to the Income section. This template contains 2 sheets to this document. At the bottom, they are labeled. In order to change some of the numbers that appear in this first sheet, we need to change the second sheet labeled Transactions. The 2 sheets are linked. Click on the tab labeled Transactions. First, remove the data that is a placeholder. Click on the first cell and highlight all of the cells to the left of the drop-down menu. Once all the cells are highlighted, hit the Delete button on your keyboard. Next, we can either enter a printed bank statement or receipts into the spreadsheet manually, or import a statement we downloaded earlier. To enter information manually, click on the first cell to enter your first expense. To move to the next cell without clicking, hit the Tab key on your keyboard. When you get to the drop-down menu, tab into it and delete the current selection. This will bring up the entire menu of choices, which you can use your arrow keys to navigate to. Once the category you want is selected, hit Enter. You should notice that the categories in the drop-down menu match the categories in the expenses from the first sheet we worked on. To use the bank statement file you downloaded earlier, you will first need to upload or import this file into Google Drive. Go to File in the menu on the left-hand side of the screen and click Open. Select Upload from the top of the pop-up box. Find the file you saved and click Open to upload it. Once it uploads, it will open in a new Sheets document. Make sure the date, amount/debits, and description of the statement are all in the same order, as they appear on the transactions worksheet. To move columns around, simply click on the column label. Then on your keyboard, hold down Control and the letter X, which will cut the data. A dotted line will highlight the area if you've done the keyboard shortcut correctly. Then click on the column label where you want to paste the data. If there is already data in the columns, you may want to insert a column. Right-click on the column where you want to insert the data and select either Insert One Left or Insert One Right, depending on how you need to reformat the information. Click on the column label of the blank column you created and hold down Control and the letter V on your keyboard. This will paste the data we cut earlier into the space. Once we have the data formatted to fit into the budget spreadsheet, close the sheet. We do not need to save the document because Google automatically saves every sheet once it's opened. On the Transactions tab on the monthly budget, scroll to the bottom of the sheet. At the bottom, we can add more cells to the sheet. Let's add about 200 more cells. To make sure the formatting is consistent, highlight the last rows of the cells under Expenses. Click on the blue box that appears at the end of the highlighted cells and drag it to the bottom of the sheet. This fills the new cells with the formatting in the rest of the sheet. Scroll to the top of the sheet and click on the first cell under Date. Click on File and click on Import. Select the bank statement from the Files section. Click Select. From the pop-up menu, click on Replace Data in Selected Cell, then click Import Data. Your bank statement should now appear in the Expenses cells in your sheet. Go through and select the category each expense belongs to from the drop-down menu. You can cut and paste income from the Expenses side of the sheet by highlighting the cells and holding down Control X. Click on the cells you wish to paste the income information into and hold down Control V on your keyboard. Select the correct income category, then delete the cells from the Expenses side by highlighting them, right-clicking, and selecting Delete Row from the menu. When you have finished selecting the categories for your expenses and inputted your amounts under Income, click on the Summary tab at the bottom of the page. With the pre-populated formulas of the template, you can see how your money breaks down better. You can edit your categories if you feel that one is too broad. You may want to think about adjusting your planned expenses for next month based on what this month shows you as well. Finally, rename your document with the month and year to make it easier to find and reference in the future. Each Gmail account is given 15 gigabytes of storage, which is called Google Drive. Google Drive is a cloud-based storage system, which means your budget is saved not on the specific computer or device you created it on, but a Google server, which can be accessed from any computer as long as you know your Gmail login information. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out our other Tech2Go programs on our Facebook page or YouTube channel.